Earlier in the programme, we told you the story based on another report by the Children's Society that 1 in 3 children living in poverty in London are experiencing post-lockdown mental health issues. Well, it comes as we learn that Childline, the call centre run by the NSPCC, has received an increase in calls across the pandemic, particularly calls described as higher risk. Aaron Hearn is a volunteer for Childline, and he lost his younger brother at the age of 14 after struggling with his mental health. He's recruited a team of 60 people who between them will walk or run 453 miles, 1 mile for every day Childline has been open during lockdown. James has been finding out more.
A lot of the calls are, young people that just seem a bit lost, and they're really struggling with their wellbeing and mental health. I take quite a lot of calls from suicidal young people that feel really isolated, especially when they can't see their friends, and maybe for some of them that home life isn't great. So just really struggling to adapt, and it's been such a long time since we've been able to sort of engage with people. Just young people just feeling lost at the moment.
Did you experience a dramatic rise in the number of calls you were getting across the pandemic, and particularly during those lockdowns?
Yeah, the calls obviously increased, and I think higher risk calls increased as well. Childline's there for any type of call, and young person can talk about whatever they want, but more frequently we're seeing children that are high risk and are really struggling with their mental health and well-being, and we've seen a spike in that. I think a lot of young people struggle with how they perceive themselves, especially with social media. There's a real sort of stigma about saying you're not okay. My young brother committed suicide when he was 14, and so ever since then I've been supporting Childline. So I know the personal impact of a young person not being able to speak out, and just being able to be a part of a service that allows young people to speak out and actually raise awareness, and also having a focus day for that. I think it's really important in society to get that message out and be clear that Childline is there for any young person under the age of 19 to be heard whenever they need it.
In terms of these 453 miles, how exactly will they be covered and by who? Because it sounds like a hell of a big challenge.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to have a fantastic team behind me of like 40 people who supported my fundraising awareness in memory of my little brother Liam. So they're just taking it on in their own stride. We've got 24 hours to complete it. Some people are walking, some people are running, but just having strength in numbers to get the message out as well.
And that's the point, isn't it? It's about doing these miles together and saying to people that you're not alone.
Yeah, 100%. It's not just sort of walking the mileage. It's the awareness that we're raising, and everyone's got their own unique story that they're willing to share, and they have shared about why they're supporting. Which again is being frank and open about their own mental health and well-being, and being open about the importance of young people's well-being and being able to talk to someone. So the team are very much engaged with why we're doing it, as much as being able to support a fantastic cause.
Aaron there chatting to James, and for more information go to the NSPCC's website.